Warning, this video is scary and has spooks that could kill you! Okay, it won't kill you, you're gonna be fine, but it is pretty scary, so if you don't like the little spooky stuff, you might want to click off right now. I warned you, jump scares, sorry not sorry, I literally warned you. Today we are analyzing jump scares. Now what is a jump scare? A jump scare is a technique used in horror films and video games intended to scare the audience by surprising them. Boo! Did I get you? So, what makes a jump scare effective? Have you ever thought about that? Well, I have the 5 main elements right here for you, and we're going through them together. So the first one is atmosphere. Whether you're in a snowy shelter like this or in a broken down hospital.
Well, this game seems to have the atmosphere down pat. I applaud that. Holy crap.
Like Marcus right there, or like in Western Norway right here, which is in this amazing game. Look at the flippin' atmosphere. It's so beautiful, but this is the same game at night. That's crazy to me. Look at Molly's basics. I mean, it doesn't even have to be scary. It just feels open, and there's this creepy guy walking after you, got the tension, and the clapping ruler sound really makes you feel like you're encapsulated in the world. In the game Tattletale, it sets the scene as being days leading up to Christmas, and you can really feel that in the game.
Real gifting.
Backrooms, the reason it's so effective is because of the atmosphere. An office building is usually not scary, but the fact that it's empty, the scene is set with this old camera footage. The unreal and unusual things that are within the backrooms really make it creepy, like that ladder we saw right there. The Mandela Catalog pulls you in with its unusual visuals, and it makes you feel like you're in this sort of uncanny valley territory. It's unsettling, but it's really effective. And it fully makes you feel like you're in this weird world. It isn't about being scary. It's about encapsulating the audience. And this leads to the next category perfectly.
Hello? Hello? I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you.
Here's a scene from Resident Evil. Now, let's take out the sound, and it's completely different. It doesn't even feel scary. Ambience is everything. Ambience is what makes you uneasy. It keeps you on your toes. Like this fight scene in Choo Choo Charles. Not scary without the gunshot sounds, the sound of that man screaming, or the music. I bet from that little piece of ambience you could tell me that it's from FNAF. And from just the ambience you could give me a memory or a visual or something scary that happened in the game when you were watching or playing it. And that's from sound, that's not from actually seeing it. In fact, I bet if you go play any ambience from any game that you thought was scary and then go actually look at the scary things that you were thinking about while listening to that ambience, the actual scare is less scary than you thought it would be when you heard the ambience. Ambience is so effective at making games so much better, and that's why people shun Minecraft for not having any ambience in the overworld. I don't know about you, but whenever I'm feeling down or I don't feel motivated, I put on music or something in the background of my life to make me feel more motivated or to kind of give me energy. Ambience does that in video games. It fills the void. I've said this many times, but it makes you feel like you're in the world. And in scary games especially, when you can pull the person in and have them hooked, then you can really get them hard with the scares. Now, what do you need to actually jump scare somebody? You need some sound. And that's the next category. Sound can be loud, soft, weird, funny, goofy, scary. It really doesn't matter as long as it's abrupt. What I've actually noticed is the weirder the sound, the better, because you're completely not expecting it. Now, as for volume, I have noticed that the louder the sound is, the better. In this clip right here, I turned down the volume. Listen to how loud it is.
Closet. Which closet? This closet?
And it worked. Now watch this clip of the Foxy jump scare. But if you take the sound out, he's so far away, it's just not as effective. The one thing about sound is you don't want it to get really repetitive and boring over time so that you get annoyed, like this sound in this game. That is very annoying.
Why is the sound?
As you can see, Dashy got more scared of that than this jump scare right here.
Okay.
And I put this in here just because I thought it was a good example of weird noises. As you can see, the weirder the better, in my opinion. This brings us to our next category, which is the unexpected. I bet you didn't expect that, did you? Get it? Did you get it? We all remember this video right here of the zombie jump scare. I'm not going to show it to you, but it's the perfect example of showing how being unexpected really works. I got you there, didn't I? As for jump scares, they are most effective when the player does not expect them to happen. Like whatever that effect was right there. I was literally editing this video, getting clips, and that kind of scared me because I didn't expect it. I think that most of these other categories I've gone over lead the person to the jump scare, and the unexpected is just what happens when you do have a good jump scare. The thing about video games and being unexpected is that they actually can be expected and still be effective. But it kind of ties up with the sound and the actual jump scare, which is a category we're going to get into in a second. In my opinion, a lot of it has to deal with the suspense. That's really what it is. I mean, you don't have to have a lot of it, but just having a little bit of an eerie feeling, just keeping you on your toes a little bit. Keeping you on your toes. That's going to make it that much better, baby. I'm not trying to say with being unexpected, you just make a screen pop up out of nowhere. I mean, there has to be build-up. If just a screen of a jump scare popped up right now, sure, maybe it would work. But would it be as effective as it could be? No. For a very effective jump scare, you need to feel it deep down. You need to feel it in your core. It needs to start ever since you open the game, where you just have that uneasy feeling. I mean, this game right here, is this uneasy? Yes. Good example, right? This game right here, No Snake Hotel, is literally a game that says it doesn't have snakes, and then it ends up having a snake. You kind of do expect it towards the end, but it works. Now, why does that jump scare work? It's because it happens at a point in the game that you don't expect it. So at the beginning, you see a few snakes in the hotel, and you expect the jump scare. But as it goes on, you get less and less expecting of it, and then it does happen. And that's a perfect timing for that sort of jump scare there. This game right here, it's retro, it's creepy, and look at that thing coming up on the screen. It's unexpected, it's scary, and the noise that goes along with it is very good as well. And it's a flippin' pixel game. Sorry for saying flipping. That right there is unexpected. Scary, isn't it? Unexpected things also make horror games. All of these categories make horror games. That's why they're all categories. Okay, let's get back on track with the scare. I got really excited on that last category with all those examples. But the scare is the final category because it's the actual scare. It's got to be good. Look at this one. That flippin' thing in Poppy Playtime, freaky. It's freaky. I mean, to have a good scare, you do need to have a good monster. Or whatever's scaring you, it needs to be scary. Okay? And I put this in here because I think this game has a very freaky character. I don't like the way it moves. I think that they smashed the actual jump scare monster out of the park. And I think the jump scare is good as well. And that right there, are you kidding me? That's terrifying. Of course, you can have many different types of jump scares. They can be all up in your face, like a flash-up screen that's 2D. It can be a 3D model running after you, something like that. Or it can go into third person and have somebody attacking you, and it zooms out. There's a lot of different type of jump scares. And they're all pretty good. But what is the best jump scare? Well, the best jump scare, in my opinion, is from a game called Prey. It gets you all revved up into doing something else, distracts you, and then hits you with a 1-2 banger. It's terrifying. Look at this.
Touch it. It should. Damn it, Calvino. I do not have time to play sing-along with your bouncing ball. I'll call you back.
You cannot tell me that that doesn't send chills down your spine. This is most effective because of the atmosphere. It has that. It has the ambience. It has the sound. It has the unexpected, you're completely not expecting that, and it has the scare. That was one of, if not my favorite jump scare at the moment. If you have any other ones, tell me in the comments below. Sorry.